Hello, my name is Anthony Waller, and the thing I'm going to be talking about today is the fighting game community at UAF. And to start us off, the thing I want to really get at the hammer home is conflict. Conflict has been part of history for as long as I can remember. We always talk about it. It's something that they want to drill in our heads every time we go to history class. But in that conflict, some of us find solace in it, a sense of pleasure that can't be found anywhere but in that conflict. I am probably one of those individuals who find solace in it, but like not like through a physical means of like, I really want to go hit that guy. No, it's more digital. And the best way I can put it is as a kid, I was a nerd. I've always loved video games. The idea of experiencing a story made by someone else through a digital means as a catalyst intrigued me. And as an adult, I learned of a different way that compelled me more. And the genre I gravitated to was fighting games. The skill that is required the skill that is required to perform a combo, the mental fortitude it takes to outmaneuver my opponent, the knowledge that the reason I won was because I was better at these things. It's a blast for me. And the best part about it was the community that was forged from these things, from the conflict that winning brings to the scene, and the things that I stated before, outmaneuvering, knowing that winning, I'm better than them, is why we gather. We like competing over and over and over again. It's actually a problem. And I to really set this home, I have been playing fighting games since my senior year of high school. All the way up to my second year of college, I've participated in a plethora of tournaments for a game called Tekken 8 and Guilty Gear. And very recently, I completed at this tournament called MSC 100 down in Anchorage. Now, during this speech, my goal is to inform my fellow students about fighting games and how the community is something you shouldn't miss out on. And through all of this, there will be three main points throughout the whole speech. The first being why I chose fighting games in the first place. The next one being the social interactions I've had. And finally, the competitive depth that brought me in and why I love the game so much. Or fighting games in general. And after saying all that, I like to move on to my first point of the day, which is why fighting games. So the first thing I'm going to do is explain the term FGC, because I'm going to be saying it a lot. FGC stands for Fighting Game Community. We just like, because we don't like saying the word a lot, so we say FGC. And to really get us started, I want to start with the quote from award-winning writer Brian Lukfin from BBC, which he had said, although more people are staring at screens may seem like an unhealthy habit, it could be the key to nurturing bonds with others. And I really resonated with that because on my first day at college, going to the Wood Center, what really made me connect with others was the fact that I thought I was better than everybody else at this game they were playing. And you can't really get that anywhere else. I believe you can't get it anywhere else besides fighting games. Because when you're playing a fighting game, it's just you and that one person. There's nobody else. It's just you and the other person on the screen. And you really have to try and get in their head. You have to get in their thought process. And with that, it's a really, really great experience. And it's why I love competing against others. It's why I go to tournaments. Because I feel more connected playing these games with others than if I were to go play a game like COD. Which brings me on to my second point, being the social interactions I've had. Some of the major social interactions I've had would be going down to these tournaments and meeting all the people who play the same game as me. And it's actually a very real, mind-boggling situation for me because I've never met so many people that do the things I love to do. Like when I first came to college, one of the things that really stuck out to me was I walked over to the esports center where I saw two kids playing Tekken 8, the game I play, and my first thought wasn't, oh wow, I should go talk to them. It was, oh wow, I'm better than these two and I'm gonna go beat them. Which then made like two of my most lifelong friends that I've had since being here. And I think something that really like that hammered that home was a quote from Todd Harper from the University of Baltimore, who said, "The rise of newspaper reporting that reduced games of Go to only the moves played in their sequences rather than the body of social meaning, cultural practices, and interpersonal behavior surrounding them." Meaning, basically, people are moving more towards like the things they gather to, the more social, the more interpersonal behaviors. These are like these little things that you do, you more gravitate towards it, which is something I do. And it's something you have to think about when playing fighting games. And I guess meeting everybody through that, the seeing them playing and walking over, it's probably improved my university life very, very much. And moving on to my third point, the competitive depth of fighting games. There's this thing in fighting games called frame data. Knowing it basically predicts, like, basically, if you know your frame data, you're really, really good at the game. But the problem with knowing your frame data in the game is that it takes extreme mental fortification. You need to have a strong mental foundation. You need to not let your opponent get into your head. And when you're always thinking like that, it basically makes your mental stronger, but it also helps you connect with the other person in a weird way, because you're always trying to one-up them in their own game. So it's one of the things that really intrigued me. And another big part of them is muscle memory. Like, you have to do certain moves over and over and over and over again just to get something down. And so you'll compete with your friends over and over and over again until you can get your combos down or something like that. It's a really, really great experience, and it's probably the only reason I keep fighting this one guy over at the Esports Center over and over and over again in tournaments. Now, in conclusion, I want to say I've explained why I chose fighting games, what's so great about them. I think I've talked about the social interactions I've had with them and the friends I've made through it, and I think I did geek out about the depth and complexities of fighting games. During this speech, my main goal was to inform you all about fighting games and the community and how it's something you shouldn't have missed out on, and you still can come down. We hold tournaments every Saturday. And so with everything said, I'm still striving to be better than I am today. Being the best is all I want out of this, and the thrill of fighting someone new, the thrill of being the best, the conflict I bring to the table, and the unity it brings with me is why I chose fighting games and why they're so special to me. So I hope you all play fighting games and come down to the Esports Center and play with me. Bye-bye. Boop, boop.